Just a kiss with a blade. I love the way your lips slide down my ribcage. Need for you to look and see right into me. Autopsy, fever dripping down my body. Told you I was sick, love sick, it haunts me. Fever dripping down my body. It haunts me. Autopsy, 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 autopsy. It's terminal. Autopsy, autopsy, autopsy. Cut me open, I'll drain my blade. Remove my organs, open up my guts. Transfer my heart, stitch me back. Tell me you love me, baby you're the one. On the slab, on my knees. We've tried nothing. Touch me tenderly, incinerate, or decay. Either way, my heart's inflamed inside my head. My head is open. Can you feel my heart? It's beating for that. Get inside my head. My head is open. Unlock me. Autopsy, 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 autopsy. It's terminal. Autopsy, autopsy, autopsy. Cut me open, bring my blade. Bring down my organs, open up my guts. Transfer my heart and stitch me back. Tell me you love me, you're the
Rickshaw Tom just re-enlisted for 49 months.
hypnotic.
Friends, it's Tuesday, innit? It is. We're here. How you doing? Nice to see everybody. Except I can't see where my damn mouse is. There we go. There you are. It's like Waddy was the first one here. Waddy! Nice to see ya. Then Rickshaw Tom. Ad! But, re-up the sub 49 big ol' months. Greatly appreciated. No more ads for you. And CP Geek and HB. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey.
Kippers for breakfast. Freshen your drink, Governor.
Lots of greetings going on. Good to see that Eric bought the stream back from Pocket. Well, it's not quite as simple as that. We may or may not be operating under the shell corporation of PKT Limited, but I've been advised by my attorney, who has advised that that he is not a conflict of interest. That it is not, that we should not, the first rule of Project Cat Law is you do not talk about cat law. So for basically our day-to-day operations are the same as things have always have been. A certain man of many pockets is taking a sauce nap under the house, as is tradition, and we're just here on Tuesday, and we're gonna chill out a bit. Your boys are really tired. Lamp is here. Lamp!
Percent just re-enlisted for 53 months. Mr. I repackaged.
Mr. I repackaged. That's one of the things we're gonna do today. I haven't gotten to it yet. I was waiting for you to show up. But yeah, I am super freaking tired. It was a very long weekend, and hype train. Choo choo. There it is. Now we know Lamp is here. Woo! 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 Welcome, welcome. Yes, your boy's very tired. It was a very, very long weekend, and definitely racked up some sleep debt in the process, and I have not caught up with it yet. And we've got to go fast. And with the fact we swung from like 60 degrees and sunny to 20 degrees and snowing in the matter of like 10 hours. Oh, it just has sucked all the energy out of me, and I'm just so damn tired. I really wanted to just go to bed, but I wasn't gonna leave you hanging 2 streams in a row. Because as you noticed, we were not here on Friday because me and Rickshaw Tom went down to Boston, so your boy could see my Lord and Savior Poppy for the second time in less than a calendar week. And it was worth it. Always is. I think if my count is right, that was my 6th time seeing Poppy. Will it ever be enough? No, it never will be. But we're here now. We got back from that concert because we drove down Friday. Apparently Friday was also opening day for the Sox. And the House of Blues in Boston, if you've never been there, is literally across the street. One of the streets across the street from Fenway. Like, there's Fenway, there's the street, there's the House of Blues. Same road. A lot of people, a lot of traffic. Got back after the concert like 2:30 a.m. Not too bad. Didn't have to stop the whole drive back, so that was nice. But I then had to get into bed, get a couple of hours of sleep, and then drive another hour to run auditions at the theater on Saturday. Lots of drunks. I mean, it's Boston. What do you expect? I passed out at 1700, woke up just as stream was starting. Well, hopefully you're nice and refreshed for what remains of the evening. And that was a fast drive back. well, when you're sleeping / time traveling, it goes in a jiffy. But it was the normal length of time for me. And then all that extra driving and clutching and everything as my ankle all freaking sore as crap. I'd blame getting old, but your boy's had arthritis since he was 4, and all that heavy clutching in Boston for like 90 minutes trying to find a place to park. It hurts like fuck. So yeah, that makes it hard to sleep. So even though it's been a couple days, I have racked up a lot of debt. So where I'm going with that is Tuesdays we normally end short, early. That's the word. But we're probably going to end even earlier tonight. So my apologies in advance. But I got to try to get some more sleep. I'm just so freaking tired. But we got a couple things to check out today. We're just gonna have some chats here. It says heavy rain because it's technically Tuesday, but we're not gonna jump into that. We'll have some chats. We'll check some stuff out, and we'll play some Marbs, and then we'll go to bed. I'll be playing a game. Maybe I'll throw one on. Oh, that's also a possibility. We could, when we're done here, we could raid over to Tom, and he can finish out your Tuesday festivities. Subaru has a real nice gear selector, but annoyingly long, heavy clutch. Yeah, going back and forth between the Subaru and the Genesis is the difference in the transmissions and the clutch is just the Genesis I could practically do with one finger, and it's so light. It's so light and crisp. Or the Subaru was like, stomp, slam, stomp, slam. So you gotta work it, make it, do it. Makes us HB with the random lights. Rope's purple, Flood's purple. That one's off. That's purple, and my keyboard and mouse are white. So, yeah. So first off the bat here, I finally, as of yesterday, the summer polars have started showing up in my area. So, I wanted to do this one first, and how appropriate that you changed the light. It's like you knew. We're gonna start with the poolside grape pop. I'm hoping for grape drank. Lamp seemed to say that's really not what these taste like, but I don't know, its taste is subjective. So we're gonna give this an old crisperoonie here. It's weird to be opening a drink that's not a SodaStream bottle. So let's shh. It's more of a clack than a crisp. Not a whole lot of carbonation in it either. This is cold. This is right out of the fridge. It's goddamn juice. Fine wine Painwater or fine wine Painwater. Guess we'll see. That does smell like purple. That does smell like purple, but purple in the variety of frozen desserts. You know, not quite, you know, balls deep Dimetap, but definitely in the same ballpark as that Purple Drank Dimetapiness. But happy Tuesday, everyone. Cheers, Slancha. Thank you for being here. Oh, and thank you for 69% level 1 hype train. Excellent way to kick off a Tuesday. Y'all are wonderful. Definitely purple freeze pops. Yeah. You know, the ones that could turn you into the Joker by cutting the sides of your mouth. Those kind. Even though on the bottle they're shaped as regular Pops cockles, not that kind. In the plastic sleeve that you have to rip them apart. That purple. It's very faint though. It's very faint. And not a lot of depth to it either. I guess if they're going for accuracy, it's purple icy, snacky tube, purple tube snack summer, right out of the freezer. It's the same thing Lamp thought. Well, I guess it must be pretty accurate then. But all told, not bad. Will this be something I go to throughout the summer? I don't know. Will I have this again? Probably. But it's not the most interesting thing. It's kind of a curiosity. But other than that, it's a thing. Okay, it's purple. That's fine. I don't know what else I would expect from it, so I think they at least got that right. And tastes like purple burps too. Watered down freeze pop. Yeah. Like I'm sure everyone who's eaten those freeze pops as a kid is at one time like just instead of like eating it normally, you just like put your mouth on it and you suck all the syrup out of it, so you just leave like a sleeve of mostly unsweetened ice. And it's kind of like eating the ice after you've sucked all the purple out of it. That is a weird sentence to say, but I think it's accurate. Frozen purple summer tube snack. Exactly, HB. Exactly. Purple less icy. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's fine. Give it a try. Just to be like, huh.
And butthole pleasures. It's not about butthole.
So give it a try. Like butthole pleasures, maybe you'll like it. Well, just give it a try if you see it. It's also, like, the freaking goddamn economy bullshit. When you see these in the store, what are they supposed to cost? Throughout the history of time, what are these supposed to cost? At the absolute max, 99 cents. Usually 79 cents on sale. That's where these live in the world. You know what these were marked at? $139 each. No bundle discount, no nothing. $139. That is horse shit. I don't buy that caffeine-less sugar Lisby. Polar makes regular soda too, in the same 1 liter bottles. So there are things that you could theoretically get. They make a really nice birch beer in both regular and zero sugar. But these Polar plastic 1 liter bottles, like, it should be 99 cents when they're not on sale. To charge $1.39 for this, that is a huge markup. And I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. Oh yeah, they do. I never think of that. Yeah, the birch beer is good. They have a grape drank soda too, like a bottle of purple. Oh, that's what I should have thought to do. I should have bought a bottle of the Polar grape and compared this poolside grape to Polar's version of Purple Drank. We'll put that on the list. That's something we'll try. Then there we go. That'll be me trying it again. I think that's a worthy comparison. I think it's a worthy comparison, even though it's comparing a seltzer to a soda. But again, we got to see how, like, if they just took the Purple Drank flavor from their Purple Drank, and or at least the essence of it, and use the same one, or if it's a different purple. Yeah, I mean, Polar creams. Yeah, the cream soda. They have a really good cream soda too. The root beer is not bad. But I think of that variety of drink that they have, the Polar birch beer is probably my favorite. I do enjoy a good birch, but I've got Hosmer nearby and they have the effing epic birch. That's fair. Well, in case you ever want to, try a different one. It's good old Polar. We're in the place in the world where it's there. But there was two other, I think they had 4 of the flavors. I can't remember. Was there 5 total for the summer? I think there was 5 total and they had 4 of them there. So I got 3. The 3 I haven't tried. 16-piece tenders meal, $65. What in the holy hell is that? Is that like more of the ridiculous KFC pricing? 3 new, 2 repeats. That's what I thought. I think I got the 3 new ones, and then they had the strawberry one, which is a repeat, and then whatever the other one is, because they only had 4. So I've got 2 more. So we'll do another one Friday, and then next week we'll round out our summer experience. KFC thinks I'm a bitch. Raspberry limoncello. Yeah, so it was the strawberry and the limoncello. Those are the repeats. Yeah, the KFC pricing is like, are you out of your freaking mind? Like, it's ridiculous everywhere. I think KFC takes the cake for how ridiculous those pricings are. Yeah, those are the repeats. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Because or maybe they did. Maybe they did have all 5 there. I don't know. Whatever. I bought 3. That's what's important. Maybe they did have all 5 there. That would make sense. Haven't been to KFC for... Yeah, I mean, I drove past it once. No, it was a couple months ago, or maybe like longer than that, maybe like 8 months ago. I went to the KFC Taco Bell in St. Albans and was sitting in the drive-thru, and I was just looking at the KFC pricing, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what they were charging for KFC. I was like, are you fucking nuts? Ugh. I bought a McFlurry for the first time. I don't know how long. Was it expensive? Probably. I'm just surprised the ice cream machine was working. And the quality is very spotty, especially from store to store. I've heard that too. There's a KFC not too far from me that they actually closed down for like a year and a half to remodel it. And then they finished remodeling it. And then it took another like 6 months for them to have enough staff to actually open it. And like, it was a really questionable KFC before. And even though they've remodeled it and everything, I'm like, you can't just throw a coat of paint on it and make me want to, yeah. That, and I just like, I don't know. KFC just don't slap like it did, 15, 20 years ago. What's crazy is I've only seen the summer Polars only in cans and not bottles. And that's hilarious, because I can literally only get it in bottles, at least in the stores in my town. The only polars they carry in cans are the ones that are available all year round. They only ever carry these, the limited editions in bottles. With the exception of that dessert 4-pack, which I think is a limited edition thing. At least it's still on the shelf, but I just don't feel the need to buy it again. But so we got that to look forward to on Friday and on Tuesday, checking out these other polars. And then another thing, I was alerted by Mr. the Lamp to be expecting a package, and it done arrived yesterday. I have not opened it, and I'm keeping it facing this way because I don't want to dox myself here, but I don't know what's in here, but it came from Lamp, so it can't be good. So we're gonna crack this open now, and we'll see. Lamp said to do it on stream, so that's what we're gonna do. I have not opened it yet. It is still sealed, although it's a really weirdly sealed. Like I don't know. Anyway, ripping through the label just to prove it hasn't been tampered with. All right, I'm not gonna. I don't know if there's a lot of things in here. If there's one thing in here, I have no idea. Thanks, Amazon. They took the adhesive thing for the envelope and put it in the bag. They're like, here, you throw this away. Eric says, oh no, HB doxing me. Now everyone will know I live on random street in Timbuktu, Vermont. And the thing with Timbuktu, Vermont is the zip code doesn't even start with the same 2 letters as every other town in Vermont. You'd almost think Timbuktu, Vermont existed in Rand McNally. The model of a modern major general? All right, anyway, I'm wasting time here. So I don't know if this is a bunch of different things or... Okay, there's multiple things in here. At least, yeah, these are separate things. So I guess we'll do them one at a time. I'm not sure how many things are in here, but I got one in my hand. So here we go. Contents number 1 out of Lamp's package is 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2. Sour Punch Bites? Pickle Roulette? What? Taste to test your odds. Pickle flavored bites hidden in every pack. Okay, so I guess there's sour candies in here, but hidden amongst them are pickle flavored ones. There's green apple, lemon lime, watermelon, and pickle. All right, well that's going to go in the random redemption pile for sure. Yep. Almost doxed myself again. Can't wait for the next one. Oh geez. All right. So, last but certainly not least, I hope this is facing the right way. But 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. It should be yeah, that's what I was saying. They'll be their own channel point redemption. And 1, 2. Oh, it's Silver Mylar. I don't like where this is going. I do not like where this is going already. All right, I got. Is there? I feel like there's a label on both sides. All right. Oh, dang it. I had a 50% chance. Well, I didn't see what it was. So we flipped it around. I still haven't looked. So. Freeze-dried Cosmic Crunchies Chamoy. More chamois stuff. I'm still not quite sure what that's supposed to taste like. Our freeze-dried chamois cosmic crunchies are out of this world. We work in small batches to ensure the highest quality candy. So freeze-dried chamois flavored candy. Chamois! Interesting. So we've got sour pickle roulette and chamois candies. Courtesy of Mr. Lamp. Thank you so much. We will get these added redemption-wise. This could either be dropped in the random snack sack or I don't know. Would you want me to do a random... I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Eric, don't eat that. Seema! Kind of like ShamWow. You chose poorly. I guess meat. There could be meat in that for all I know. Actually, now I'm curious. Corn syrup, palm oil, tapioca dextrin, gluten-free, gelatin-free. Has cayenne pepper in it, so that's fun. Chili peppers, carnauba wax. Ooh la la. All right, well, that'll be... These are made in Utah, apparently. Space Age Snacks, Dannon Way, West Jordan, Utah. They're best before 7/20/26. Here, I'll let you see the back of the container, too. Although we could always, you know, after we've tried them, try to turn them into Painwater. That is always an option. The chamois I found interesting because there's different flavor. Oh, they're really. It's not just one thing. Well, I guess we will find out when we try those out. The pickle candies are also tasty. Ooh, okay. It's a win-win. All right, well, for once, we're adding some stuff that isn't likely horrible. Although that's not to say we couldn't turn them into something horrible, lest we forget what happened to to Zeltana's sharks that just turned into a solid mass inside the bottle. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Lamp, for your contribution to our future entertainment. New redemptions. Tickle my candy pickle. Oh, God. And not sure what to call the second one. Yeah, we'll have to figure out a good name. But Tickle My Candy Pickle, yeah. Yeah, that one writes itself. But yeah, how is everyone else doing out there? I think I yapped a good bit here, filling you in on everything. Concert, as I said, as Rickshaw Tom can attest, was pretty amazing, pretty great. But Poppy always delivers, so there's no surprise there. I think a random redemption could come in play. Something you mean like throwing it under the Eric don't eat that umbrella and pulling it out of the bag, or just like the meat spin? Oh, maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should modify the change things from like a grab bag and put everything onto a spinner. So when you do Eric, don't eat that, we'll spin the wheel instead of having to like, I don't know. It's an idea. It's an idea. Ugh. For some reason, the carbonation from that seltzer is just sitting in my belly. It's like, oh, I need to burp, but it's like it's too far down there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I get a little more in there. So instead of Eric, don't eat that, it's Russian roulette food edition. Well, I mean, it would still be Eric, don't eat that. We would just be, spinning a wheel instead of just instead of fondling my sack and eating what comes out of it. 2 days ago, I ordered birria street tacos for lunch for wife and me. Then the day after, wife makes a big pan of taco beef, and now I order from the Bell. I guess this week you're thinking outside the bun. You're living Moss, and that is okay. But oh yeah, and then the other thing, I finally got an email this afternoon. Rickshaw Tom and CP Geek already know about it. Finally got an email this afternoon saying you can now place your order for fiber optic internet. So the people that were stringing the lines a couple weeks ago, I was right. They were doing the fiber. So so immediately jumped on and placed an order for giving Comcast the boot and moving to fiber internet. And they were ready to do the install like tomorrow morning. And I'm like, as much as I'd love that, Friday is my not going to work day. So let's do it Friday instead. So I just had to suffer through a couple more days under Comcast's thumb and our paltry 40 megabit upload speed. But who is the fiber provider? It is Fidium. Fidium Fiber, which is a subsidiary of Consolidated. And it's kind of funny because Consolidated is basically the DSL provider. They bought all the old copper DSL lines from Verizon back in the day. Bear Bear! Welcome in, Bear Bear. Nice to see ya. How are ya? Oh, shit!
S_rank hunter got drafted by
and Jim's sneaking in right as Mare Bear's making a ruckus and dropping the 5-bomb on us. Thank you so much, Jim. Oh, and one of those subs going to Mare Bear. Another one going to Devil Skate. Some awesome folks there getting those gifted subs. Hell yeah, catching Mare Bear in that 5-bomb.
Drafted by Jimmer today. Jimmer today gifted a tier 1 sub to Mare Bear Panda Booty.
Mare Bear's doing good. Just had ramen with new friends. You got having ramen with new friends, and you just got a gifted sub. Yay! Free stuff. Well, we did already have a hype train early on, so I think we're within the cooldown, or it's not going to fire again. But it is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Ramen and new friends are both pretty epic, indeed. It's Fidium Fiber, which is being rolled out by Consolidated, who is the old DSL provider who could have just like faded into existence and disappeared forever, but instead they put a massive investment into rolling out fiber in like 11 states. So I'm here for it. And they're are getting multi-gig fiber So we're getting 2 gigabit fiber. It's both up and down. So my upload is going to absolutely smoke. For context, our upload speed right now, we pay $191 a month for the maximum Comcast can give us, which gives us like 39 point something megabits upload. So let's say 39, let's just round and say 40. Let's be nice and say Comcast gives us 40 megabits up for $191 a month. And we will go from 40 megabit for 191 to 2000 megabit, give or take, for 75. One of these things is not like the other. And a big bottleneck in my video production stuff, like the STS and other video related things that I do, the uploading has been such a thorn in my side to the point where I've had to, like, on some occasions, if something has been big enough, drive to work to upload it and then upload it and then drive home, and it still would take less time than just sitting and waiting to do it at home. And now I won't have to do that. A live stream speed test will need to happen Friday. Yeah, we absolutely will. And it's so that's my install slot is between 10 and 12 in the morning. So should be all set up, good to go. Come stream time, we'll be flying. Your upload speed is, Tom, please don't upload your Ninja vid during my stream right now. Yes. Yes. So we should with a 2 gigabit upload, we should be fine for not only uploading other stuff while one of us is streaming, but we could both be streaming and uploading stuff and still be fine. Terms of service, talking about your install slot on stream. Oh my. So I also Wadi also had ramen with friends tonight, but it was my bestie making stir fry with top ramen noodles. Hey, that still counts as ramen with friends. Ooh, now you can stick cameras all over your house and drawn together yourselves on the internet. Yeah, just because wouldn't people like to just have 24/7 access via webcam to everything that goes on in me and Rickshaw Tom's crap shack? Well, his bottom slot is open. Is it really against terms of service? Oh God. But yes, we will definitely do a speed test once we get the new internet, just so we can show it off. And for comparison's sake, why don't we do one right now? So this is before. This is, as you can see, Xfinity. So this is right now. Gigabit download, which is fine. We hit the limitation of my cable modem on that. And here's our upload. So 30, 31. But we're uploading to Twitch at about 10 megabit. So taking that into account. There we go. Now the screen goes choppy. Yup, absolutely. I realized that as we did it. But and we're back. What happened to STS release? Fiber optic was coming to where I live in 2024. New estimate 27. At least it's on the agenda. They announced, Fidium announced that they were coming to this town, I think 2 years ago. And we're finally at that point. There's just a lot of having worked in that industry for years and years, so much of it is just like red tape and bureaucratic stuff. But once the work can be done, It goes relatively quickly. It's more just dependent on weather and manpower. What happened to STS release? Well, once I'm on this fast, that was my biggest bottleneck, was like the biggest slowdown in my whole process was knowing I was going to have to wait for the damn upload time. So now that will be a non-issue, the only real wrench will be self-inflicted. But yeah, so I'm stoked that will no longer be a problem. And then I've also procured a Starlink dish for the theater. And what's funny though is the cost of the Fidium fiber at home and the Starlink dish, those things combined are still going to be cheaper than what we were paying for Comcast every month. So, and I'll be able to have, and with the Starlink dish, I'll be able to have a connection anywhere I want to go. So say I want to go car camp in the woods or something, or go on a road trip, I could always have a connection without having to worry about mobile data. So it's something. Back in the 90s, the federal government gave a bunch of ISPs millions of dollars to deploy fiber nationwide. They took that money, put it in their pockets, and whistled as they walked away. They've done that more than once, too. But at least this is getting here now. So I will gladly take it for $75 a month. It's gonna be a marked improvement, and I'm pretty stoked for it. I can excuse Starlink, even though it's owned by Elmo Muskrat. Internet isn't a set. Yeah, and that's kind of I was hesitant about it, because I was like, why would I want to support anything that man has put his gross finger on? But because of, in the last couple of years, a huge push to string fiber into rural Vermont, there's areas of the country where in the month of March, Starlink was really like desperate because there's so under capacity that they heavily subsidize the cost of the equipment. So, whereas in a lot of places you buy the third generation dish or receiver satellite thingamabobber, and it'll cost you $350 to buy the equipment. And for Vermont, because it was in one of these, there's very low use here. They subsidized it a further $200. So I got the equipment for $150, and it also included the first month of service. So it means I'll be able to set it up at the theater and actually stream the shows and the concerts and stuff without relying on either a really shitty cellular connection at 360p or stealing an open Wi-Fi connection from the neighbors. And I tested it out on Saturday during audition. I was like, I got there, I literally took it out of the box and set it up and was like, I don't even know if this is going to work here. And it did. I got 250 megabit down and between 10 and 20 up. And it wasn't even, I put the dish on a speaker stand, like for a PA speaker, and just set it in the yard. So, and just, I turned it in the direction it said to go, but it was like not fully optimized, and still to get 250 down and like 10 to 20 up. And it was also raining. So really not ideal circumstances, but the connection was rock solid, and we were able to have a Zoom call with our director in Hawaii via that connection, and it was perfectly fine. So come concert and theater season, you can have HD streams to look forward to if you choose to jump in and watch. So I will be happy to share high quality streams with you on location as they happen. My speaker stand brings all the internets to the yard. Pretty much. And just the fact that I can take it anywhere I'm going. Like, it's not small, but it's not huge. So it's like, I don't know, like that big and like that wide. It's kind of like, it's only like that thick, but it's like about the size of a carry-on suitcase. So not, yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. The only thing I don't like about their equipment is you can't supply your own router to it, because that is built into the rest of the equipment. So, but oh well. It means $200 that musky boy didn't get, and hopefully it means better streams for the worlds, and with all of our fingers crossed that it means people out there will like what we're doing and contribute to us, because that is a whole other can of worms with things really not looking good. But we'll do what we can. So I think we're caught up. I think we're caught up with all the goings on. This is too far back in chat now. I'm going to repost it for anyone who needs a cleanse. Taco cleanse. Tortilla-based. What? What did I miss here? The taco cleanse. The tortilla-based... All right, I gotta show y'all this. What is this that Waddy shared? Ah! No, that's not what I clicked on. Okay, here it is. The taco cleanse. The tortilla-based diet proven to change your life. Prevent or reverse taco deficiency. Get that fresh taco-y feeling with over 75 seriously tasty vegan recipes. Oh, is this a cookbook? That's clever. Now here's the cleanse we can get behind. Diets don't get any better than this. There's a new cleanse in town. Praise hands. Yeah, cleanse your tacos. A Puerto Rican lady named Solamar is on her way to my house with tacos. Well, I guess CP Geek is diving into his taco cleanse. It's the tortilla diet. No billionaire ever really cares about normies, but their companies are why we have things that work. Governments will ensure it happens in the next century or the one after that. My big stuff is next week. Haircut on Tuesday. Then I'm going to a munch. I got invited to next set. A munch? Like a brunch where you munch on things. No, a munch. What is a munch? I guess that's a term I'm not familiar with. Begin with a breakfast taco, the most important taco of the day. Even if you do nothing else, your mood will brighten in just 24 hours. Keep eating tacos, and within a week, your outlook will be noticeably improved. After 30 days, cleansers report lasting benefits, and you will too. How to make everything from the tortilla, flour, corn, and waffle to the thirst-quenching supplements, margaritas, and other beverages to complement your tacos. That's really clever. That's really clever. Munch equals get together of... Oh, okay. That is a term I was not familiar with. So today I learned. And eat foods. I was to understand there'd be pie and punch. When you hang out with new friends to discuss like-minded fun. Oh, well, that's cool. Hey, I learned a new thing today.
No punch and pie. More people will come to think we have punch and pie.
Yeah. Fucking taco diet. That's hilarious. Also, I don't know if anybody else is feeling this, but there's the change in the season is definitely here, and tree pollen-y stuff is starting to come out, and I can already feel it up in my up in my sinuses, and it's not fun. All that dang tree spunk gets up in there and is not fun. I've heard of grapefruits, but never tacos. Well, first time for everything. Yeah, no play stuff or scenes, just meeting new people and chilling out for any. That's awesome. That sounds awesome. Well, I hope you have a lot of fun with that, HB. Hope you meet some really cool people. Circling back around, we did mention, I mentioned the bottleneck with the upload speeds being problematic for video production and STS stuff. So, speaking of STS, because it's all relevant, a new episode or a new installment, however you want to call it, a new story has gone up. Went up last night. Is another one in the ever expanding collection of Stephen King short stories that I've done, just because that is very appealing for the YouTube algorithm. So this is one of the newer stories. This was published just last year. It's called The Fifth Step, and it's a play on the classic trope of two strangers meet on a bench in the park. And it played and when I was recording and producing this one, it felt a lot like 10 something years ago, more than 10 years ago at this point, geez, when me and Rick Ames performed in Edward Albee's Zoo Story, which is a one-act play about these two strangers who meet on a park bench, and had a lot of that same vibe to it. So if that's something you're interested to, check it out on the STS channel. My God, Eric's drinking a clear, normal liquid. Where am I? What channel is that? Just a Painwater. It's okay. It's okay. We hit the Painwaters every now and then. I do have a couple drinks in the chamber. Drink reviews to unleash on the channels this week. It's really freaking ironic. I have 2 drinks to record reviews of and put up on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything. But I've been too tired to do it. Yeah. Just been too tired. I have one in my cup holder in my car, so that it would be nice and so that it could have been nice and cold for me to do it today. And I got to work, and I'm just like, I do not have it in me to drink an energy drink and review it right now. So maybe tomorrow if I get some good sleep tonight, we'll do it tomorrow. So we could have Wednesday and Thursday. I could probably find something for Friday too, but then again, we're gonna have the fiber installer here Friday, so maybe not Friday, but I could get Wednesday and Thursday done. Hey, content is content. Keeps the algorithms happy. Oh, and dude, you totally should play the Last of Us series on stream. I know you've got a backlog. I've heard of them, and I know there's like the TV show that they made out of them. I lurked a bit when Harker played through The Last of Us. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it, and I don't know a whole lot about the stories, but it does seem like, based on what I know about them, it'd be something I would enjoy. So maybe at some point, yeah. Story is really, really good. There's some jump scare stuff. Looks like a zombie shooter, kind of a little like Resident Evil 4 or whatever, but way better story and way better. Nothing's better than Resident Evil 4. Come on. That's some fighting words. I'm joking. I already posted to Discord. I'm playing through part 2 right now. Been waiting for years for it to come out for PC, and it's fantastic. I looked for it and couldn't find it last night. When I looked today, nada. That's weird. Now, regards to STS, did you go right to the page? Because I was actually going to say, like, today, like, episode's been out about 24 hours, and it's ranked number 1 in terms of how, like, numbers have been over the last 10 videos. Like, it's number 1 out of 10. But in any case, there's the link for it, Jim. So that'll take you right to it, and anyone else that wants to watch it or listen to it. Again, it's a dramatic reading, so you can put it on and listen while you do other things. My first session of The Last of Us 2, I sat down at 5 p.m. on Sunday, didn't go to bed until 6. Wow, really sucked you in then. That's a high quality review right there. There are scenes that are so well written, very Life is Strange vibes here and there too. I actually second The Last of Us suggestion. So that's why my door never fully opens. Oh, is Pudge here? Pudge! Oh, Pudge is at work, can't hear anything, but wanted y'all know I'm always lurking and watching behind every door. Oh, okay. I don't know why I missed that. Well, I'm glad you're here. Well, you can't hear me, but I'm glad you're here and you're lurking, Pudge. Glad you're here and lurking. Pudge! I think you'd really enjoy it, and I'd watch it. All right, well, we got a nomination by CB Geek for it, and Waddy seconded the motion. So let me throw them in my Steam wish list right now while we're talking about it, before I do anything else. Otherwise, I know me, and I'm gonna forget. I got returned to game. There was you gifted me one that I already had. I can't remember which one it was, but I already had it in my library and it wouldn't let me accept it. But I can double check. I received a gift from Waddy. That's what that alert was. Toilet Chronicles Part 1. Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but I already had it and it wouldn't let me accept it. I thought I had mentioned it, but I guess I didn't. All right, what am I doing? Last of Us. I'm already freaking distracted. That's what Part 1. $60. Yeah, definitely I will wish list this for a while until there's a sale. Alright, that one. And then Last of Us Dos. Part 2. Nope, stop. I hate that it auto plays. Alright, I've got those added in my wish list, so next time there's a sale, I'll see about picking them up. Those are some hearty recommendations there. Is this game relevant to you? Similar to games you've played? Resident Evil 4, Little Nightmares 2. BRB Taco Collection. Toilet Chronicles. I think I've offended YouTube and Patreon gods. For the last week I can't find uploads and didn't get notifications. YouTube be like that sometimes. I don't get it. But I'll try to be better about sharing the actual link as well, just to make sure you're able to get them. Jim, you can always come here and trigger the command for SDS if for some reason that's easier, but going to YouTube is almost certainly always easier. Yes, you can always type !STS and you'll get the link right to the channel. Last of Us is an appointment stream watching level game. Okay. I never watched a full playthrough of it myself. All right, well, I'll keep my eyes posted on those emails about wishlist stuff being on sale then. So that's some hail and hearty praise there. So if it's as good as you both say it is, then sure, why not? Absolutely. So yeah, gonna go spoil a goddamn thing, but there are quite a few parts where I was like, damn, Eric would really like this part. That's okay. I mean, heck, at this point, I think you guys understand like what you probably like have a feel for what I like in games more than I do. Because it's one thing for me to play it, but I guess it's another to watch someone play a game and talk about it and see like what it is about this person likes. So. Oh, not going to spoil a goddamn thing. Okay, well, I appreciate that too. Actually, I've been assuming you played it before I got here to Twitch, or I probably would have been banging on about how much you'd like it for years now. Went to SDS and got that it would be released Monday. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. But oh well. In any case, there it is. Now you've got the link, and I'll try to be better about. I don't know. Maybe when stuff comes out, I'll share like a YouTube story as well, or whatever their version of it is, just to try to. I don't know. I'm weird in the sense that I'm like I don't want to people think I'm spamming them with notifications and stuff. But on the other hand, you gotta do it, otherwise people aren't gonna know it's there. Then you'd be like, why aren't people watching it? It's like, well, because you didn't tell them. So I'll do my best on that, but it is there. If anyone wants to check it out, it's about 20 minutes, so it's a nice episode length listen, and it's good background fodder if nothing else. I had fun with it. I also only had to do 2 voices. It gets a bit challenging when there's like 4 or 5 characters, and I'm like, oh my god. I am no Mel Blanc. I do not have 1,000 voices in my back pocket. I got like 3 or 4. And I recycle them every time. All right, it is 10 of 10 already. Damn it, it's so cold out that my tacos are cold after traveling from the next town over. Aw, man. At least tacos warm up better than quite a few other foods. Not as good as some, but definitely not the worst thing to reheat. But yeah, cold tacos are sad. Told you I was tired. All right, everybody. It is 10 of 10. I think in short order, we're gonna be jumping over to Marbs to wind things down. I know we've only been on for an hour or so, but like again, as I said, I racked up a lot of sleep debt this weekend with going to and from Boston for the Poppy concert, running auditions on Saturday, and not getting a whole lot of sleep. So 3 or 4, you have at least the whole cast of Homestar. I mean, like, I'm not gonna read it. Although I could read a Stephen King story using Homestar Runner voices. I don't think people would get it. But yeah, just Homestar Runner voices and then a random Gilbert Gottfried and then a cameo by the Pocket Man. There'd be like 10 people in the world who would understand why all those things go together. The greats would get it. I wasn't worried. I knew I could harass the honcho of Seeing Red Productions. Don't sell yourself short. Oh, it's not. I'm just like when I'm, and I know if I put more, character development into it and things, I could create more individual voices and things. But like when it comes to these short stories, and you're never gonna work with these characters again for the most part. You're saying we're part of the 10 and 8 billion. And in like 5 seconds when your ship blows up, it's going to make an epic peace sign to something. Here's Johnny.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Danny's not here, Mrs. Torrance. God, imagine doing The Shining just as Homestar Runner characters. That would be entertaining. That would be entertaining. Because like Danny is Homestar, that writes itself. Strong Bad as the Jack Nicholson character. Come on.
Yeah!
Sitting at his typewriter. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Dear Mr. Torrance, why can't you write your book? Sincerely, the Ghost Bartender. God damn it, the mouse in the trap is still alive. Oh no! What do I do? Carefully pick it up and put it outside. Throw it out in the darkness, Tom. Yeah, you're like, okay, well, I guess you get to live. Let nature take its course. Chuck it out. I threw it on the ground. No, a nightmare. Pitch that shit like you at Fenway. And here comes Rickshaw Tom throwing out the first mouse. Pretty sure well, again, you get to live about 40 seconds. I mean, what's your other option? You could step on it, like flag down a passing falcon. Well, there's some outdoor cats around here. I'm sure one of them might find it. Unsubscribe. Nope. Yeah, just put it outside. Let it return to nature. I want to be friends with an owl. Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of this? You just said, oh shit. What? Okay. If you couldn't hear that, apparently it's very lively. So, yeah, put it outside. Maybe like across the street. I mean, if you could, like, bring it over to where you're going to put it and, like, get the trap off it. I've seen someone have to kill a mouse that was to watch her cry after having to kill her. Oh, yeah, I would never use a glue trap or something like that. We're not. That is not going to happen. I had to well, at one where I used to live, my girlfriend had a cat named Oscar, and he was very good at catching mice, except one time he caught one and didn't, and as a lot of cats do, didn't fully dispatch it. But it was very clearly suffering. So we got it away from him, and rest in peace, Oscar. He was such a good kitty. So that was the one time I've ever had to like manually dispatch a mouse, because it was too, yeah, it felt like the more humane thing to do. So what I I don't even want to describe it, but like I tried to think of like the quickest way to do it without like. So I don't want to talk about it. The mouse and the rat were both in China 20 years ago, and yes, never use glue traps. Yeah, they're just like they're horribly inhumane. And I got a set of traps like a year or two ago that were supposed to be like improved mouse traps. They're easier to set and they're more hygienic, and was like, whatever, I guess but they had like a 75, in the few that I caught, they had like a 75% survival rate. And I was like, these are absolutely atrocious. Yeah. It only successfully dispatched one mouse, and it trapped and probably mortally wounded 2 others that I had to release outside. And I'm like, I threw them away. So yeah, just went back to your basic spring-loaded traps. Didn't you stop? No, I didn't do that. Like it was so far gone. It was struggling to even breathe. So with gloves, I put it into a zipper bag and just literally in one very rapid motion into the floor as quickly as I could, and that did it. So caught one mouse for $23 of traps. I got some humane traps for my apartment, but from the reviews, it turns out they could starve the mouse if you didn't actually put food inside the actual trap and not just inside the scent area that lures them in. So I smeared peanut butter everywhere. Yeah, and I like the idea of like the, have a heart traps and everything, but like for the most part, if it got in once and you just put it outside, it's going to come right back in the way that it did before. So if you're into just playing a catch and release, then it's okay because it's your dog. Oh God, man. Because it's your dog. And my friend's daughter shoved some of my small trinkets from childhood into one of them. So peanut butter on those as well. Oh no. Not the one I put outside. Its leg was effed up. Well, yeah. It's unfortunate, but at least for the most part, these standard ass, you've seen them on Jackass mouse traps. For the most part, they do the trick as quickly and humanely as you can if the goal is to just dispatch the rodent. It might survive long enough to fuck its way into the next generation genetically. And it'll tell the others, do not go in this place, for they have done this to me. New STS production, The Mouse That Lived, a Rickshaw Tom adventure. Oh my God. That'd be an original production. We'd write it like a kid's book. Find someone on Fiverr to do illustrations for it. It'll be all like happy and everything until the trap comes down, and then it turns into Saw. Oh man, Saw but with mice.
I want to play a game.
It worked for me, a combination of pest control poison and a large snake in my home. Not sure which is more. Probably the snake did its fair share, I'm sure. I almost forgot about the fucking random snake you found in your house. I got some traps where they can't get to the food, and they worked pretty good, and it's like the old school snap traps. So good that when I realized that smell, oh God. I want to see Flip That Noise's take on that. Please send them a bunch of money numbers. Oh man, like imagine like a kid's book turned into Saw in the animation style of Flip That Noise. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Did I tell you guys? You saw the freaking snake in your room? No! It was slithering into a chair's underneath and I let it be. I hope it found what it was looking for. Jeez. Oh, man. Not quite the chats I thought we were going to get into tonight, but... Oh, well, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. All right, it is... Told my sister-in-law when she came to organize my bedroom that she might find a snake under your bed, but not to worry, it was friendly. It's well fed. Don't worry. Yep, so it is now a little after 10 o'clock, and I do need to catch up on my sleep. You can probably see it in my freaking face, the size of the luggage I've got under my eyes. So, go little mouse star. There's an adorable Star Kitty who has taken over the recliner in the living room. Demands tummy pet tax every time I walk by. Oh, that pink is really sharp. It's probably because I'm so tired. All right, so we are now... I'm going to take a real quick bathroom break because Seltzer does, the thing. You only lease it after all. Now the luggage is a pretty pink. And you can tie a little ribbon around it so you can find it on the carousel. So we're going to take a quick bathroom break here. Then we're going to come back and we're going to roll some marbs. And we'll probably be peacing out around 10:30 or so. So a little earlier than usual. But again, I champion everyone in the community.
It's not about butthole pleasures at all.
If you need me to champion you to get your butthole pleasures, then more power to you. Go for it. But I also like to champion everyone in terms of getting the sleep we need to ensure we are healthy and everything is good. So that's why we're going to peace out a little early, but we're going to marb first. And then before we marb, it is pee-pee time. That's what I'm trying to say. I got to get up and go. Do the same. Get up, stretch, get a drink, do what you got to do. We'll be back in just a minute and we'll be ready to become absolute pros and roll some marbs, as is tradition. All right, it is pee-pee time.
Feel like a lab rat, pushing the pleasure lever to death and doom scrolling, just zoning in my digital meth. My real life cries, missing everyone that I meet. I trade in thirst trap snaps for real life body heat. So GPT laughs cause the humans are dead, and now I'm only with as much as the prompts in my head. I should feel lucky that I'm walking in the century. I try to smile in denial in my chat GPTSD cause I'm an absolute pro. I'm an absolute pro now. There's nothing quite like bad news to chase away the blues, to drain my energy and leave me less enthused about life and confused on my moral attitude, sacrificing my emotions at the altar of views. Give me scary headlines to waste away my time, to get me up in arms about the latest hate crime. No longer feeling fine, got a cortisol high, the undo the good work up on my SSRIs. I'm dying cause I'm an absolute pro. I'm an absolute pro. Yeah, I'm an absolute pro. I'm an absolute pro. My riz is bad, feel like a fish out of water. I want my alma mama's binging bottomless enchiladas. My inner Leo is loose, regaling tails with dupes. It's giving core, cottage go with Haley B. Juice. Crusty-eyed dogs trip on fluoride stairs with incognito but Karen getting that boyfriend Aaron. All my squeaky clean girls been scrapping their bill. I'm checks in customer service, but they just read me to filth because I'm an absolute pro. I'm an absolute pro now. I'm an absolute pro. I'm an absolute pro now. I'm an absolute pro. I'm an absolute pro now. And I'm an absolute pro. I'm an absolute pro now.
All right, and we're back. Hope y'all are ready to roll some Marbs, because we are calling all Marb stars. Calling all Marb stars. I said. Calling all... Something's not working right here. Hold on. Calling all Marb stars. There we go. Calling all Marb stars. It is time to play Marbles on Stream. Time to play Marbles on Stream. Bring those Marbs to the service desk, plop them down on the counter, and get ready to roll. That's right. Get ready to roll. Oh, yeah. And again, I know it's a little earlier than we normally roll, but sleep's important, yo. And your boy needs it. Seema! Nice to see you, Seema. I know it's a little early for you, but glad you're here. Let's update our stream category as well, just in case. All right, we got Rickshaw Tom, Waddy, Jim, HB, Chris the Lamp, and myself on the board. And there's Seema. Seema makes 7. Oh, well, if we get CB Geek in here, that will make 8. Though it could be playing the kitty cat tax. Oh, no, there we go. There's CB Geek. That puts 8 Marbs on the board, which unlocks the possibility of hat tricks and that coveted 8th place position. Got one of those freaking itches up my nose. And there's really no way to get at them. Daughter came up and needed to regale me of the adventures of when I was napping. What you're not going to be, like many government employees and sleep at work, health benefits. I mean, not that I haven't thought about storing a camp cot in my office for show weekends rather than like leaving the theater at 11 p.m. and having to be back at like 9 a.m. with an hour's drive in each direction. I've napped in my office before, but always off the clock. Yeah, I wouldn't nap on the clock. Besides, because there's no windows on my side of the office, there's an obscene amount of lights. And I'm one of those people that really likes pitch darkness for sleep. But no, I've thought about it, especially now that like I'm not sharing my office with anyone and it's just mine. Be like, maybe, if not like stashing a camp cot in there, like, oh, maybe it'd be nice to have a couch in my office for when people need to come in and talk about equipment needs. You're likely to be eaten by a grue. All right, well, is it the 8 of us that are here ready to roll? We got Rickshaw Tom, Waddy, Jim, Seema, HB, CB Geek, Chris the Lamp, and myself. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Exclamation point plays all you gots to do. I think it's just us, though, so let's get rolling. Saw. All right, looks like me and HB are leading the charge here. Jim and CB Geek are duking it out for 3rd place and 2nd place. Oh, HB, though, flying right through the pegboard like it ain't even there. Well, it's HB's race to lose at this point. You boys hold on to that sexy silver 2nd place position. CB Geek's in 3rd. HB, quite ahead of steam here. Definitely your race to lose. Oh, no! HB didn't stick the landing right off the board there. Oh, there goes CB Geek as well for some Pizza Pizza. But HB, though, despite jumping off the board, securing that 8th for the Pact. And getting some delicious Yeetza Pizza and 2/3 of the hat trick. So HB just needs to win the next race to have the hat trick in the bag. Now Waddy is duking it out with your boy for the lead here. W could stand for Waddy, folks. We shall see. Oh, getting a little assist from the spinner Rooney, but here comes Rickshaw Tom. Now neck and neck with Waddy. Oh, Rickshaw Tom moving into the lead there. Oh, Jim jumping off the board, going for some Yeetza Pizza as well. Oh no, Waddy getting kicked around there by the pegboard. Rickshaw Tom jumping out into the lead. Waddy in 2nd, Chris the Lamp in 3rd. Looks like the finish is right out the Shark's ass here. Oh, Rickshaw Tom stumbled. Here comes Waddy back into 1st place. Okay, W stands for Waddy, folks. If you ever had any doubt, there's your proof. W stands for Waddy. Here comes Rickshaw Tom for the sexy silver 2nd. Chris the Lamp in 3rd. Seema joining the other folks for Yeetza Pizza. Here comes your boy locking in that 4th. But the W stands for Waddy, folks. HB 2/3 to a hat trick. Oh, Mayor Bear is... Oh, sorry, Mayor Bear. We missed you for the first race. But we'll make sure you're in on the next one. All right, race number 2. Adorable Leaping Swamp. Get out of my adorable leaping swamp. I can't do a Shrek accent to save my life. All right, exclamation point play, everyone. So if we get Mayor Bear in here and everyone else returns, we will have 9 Marbs ready to roll.
Let me out and let me shit.
Forget about it.
Forget about this. Let me shit my pants.
When nature calls. We got to keep Lamp awake. I don't know, it might be early enough that Lamp doesn't fall asleep on us, but we'll see. All right, we got 7 Marbs. We got Waddy, Mayor Bear, myself, CB Geek, Jim, Seema, and Rickshaw Tom. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. We're missing Lamp. And HB. Those are our 2 Marbs we're missing. We're missing Lamp and we're missing HB. There's HB. HB just needs the W. For all we know, he's asleep right now. I've been known to fall asleep mid-Marbs, if not earlier, since I started my new job. Oh, and there he is. There he is. All right, well, if there's anyone else out there who's not on the board yet, exclamation point plays all you got to do. We got Waddy, Mayor Bear, myself, Rickshaw Tom, Chris the Lamp, Seema, Jim, CB Geek, and HB. I think this is all of us, though. I think it's all of us that's here right now, so let's get rolling. Here comes two. HB looking for the W on this one to fulfill the hat trick in just 2 short races. Does anybody else remember, like, in the mid to late 90s, like, Nickelodeon toys had this sort of color scheme here of, like, slime green and purple, and then accented with, like, the Nickelodeon orange? This combination of this green and this purple just makes me think of, like, mid 90s Nickelodeon. Yeah, it's a whole vibe. All right, HB though, getting kicked around by Ann Iva's curlers, but still in the lead. Just got to get through those wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men. HB though, going the distance, going for speed. I think HB. It all depends on how Chris the Lamp handles these wacky spinners here and this other line of wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men. Oh, Chris the Lamp though, moving ahead of HB, but getting to pedaling for it. Oh, that's a pedaling. Oh, HB making it through the pedaling. That would explain why this color combo is a thing again, because it really is. Yeah, it just needs a couple of, like, splotches of, like, almost pumpkin orange. And Chris the Lamp offer Yeets a pizza. Also Joker vibes. Yeah, I can see that too. HB though, huge head of steam here. With the finish line in sight. As long as HB doesn't stumble, that's a hat trick after 2 races. To me, the orange added is too much. That's just secondary colors. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. I had a Nickelodeon branded Walkman. I think I got it for my birthday in 4th grade, I want to say. And HB locked in the hat trick after only 2 races. Way to go, HB. But yeah, it was like, I mean, it was your standard, like, super cheap Walkman, but there was, like, the thing that held the door closed was almost like a little cap that swung over the top. And like, hat trick. And the Walkman itself was the green and the purple, and then the thing that swung down over the top was the Nickelodeon orange. And I remember I had that, and then I had a copy of Green Day's Dookie on cassette, and that was the first full-length album that I ever owned. The first bit of music I ever bought for myself, though, was a single. I think this summer before I got that, I had bought a single for $1.99 of Scatman John singing Ski Ba 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 Da Bo. That was the first bit of music I ever bought for myself, was a single of Scatman John. And that kind of, I don't know, that kind of tracks for, like, if you know me, you're like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. All right, but HB with the W, Jim getting that sexy silver. Everyone else offer Yeets a pizza. Waddy 3rd, Mare Bear 4th, CB Geek 5th, Seema 6th, your boy 7th, Rickshaw Tom stealing the 8th, and Chris the Lamp in 9th. But HB with that hat trick, very well done. We'll give you a round of applause for that. As we move on to the halfway point here. Agreeable attacking area. Exclamation point play. Top out there. In regards to the orange being too much, Waddy says that as a person with a purple and green living room whose favorite color is orange. Then you are the color expert on this matter. And yeah, I went to Universal Studios Orlando a couple of years ago, stood right in front of what used to be Nickelodeon Studios Orlando, which for the time was a kids Nickelodeon fan mecca where they made all the live shows of the time. Used to be painted orange, blue, and green with a slime geyser out front. Now drab blue and gray, rotted corpse of what it once was. Yeah, I think there's like one mural left inside one hallway inside. But that's all that remains. My freshman year of high school, on our music department trip to Orlando, that was spring of the year 2000. So it was still dolled up like Nickelodeon Studios. So at least I got to see it with my own two eyeballs before it went away. All right, but exclamation point play, everyone. I suppose I should follow suit and get in on the hot action. I miss the days where I would spend hours in a used music store and check out what they had for CDs. Yeah, that was fun. Flipping through the CDs, and then if they had one, flipping through the secondhand vinyl selections, and it was a vibe. It was a real vibe. But physical media is starting to make a comeback as all of these media conglomerates have taken a really simple thing such as streaming and tried to make everything proprietary and subscription based. So people are going back to things that are tangible. CD sales are at like a 20-year high, and cassette sales are at like a 30-year high. Vinyl is hotter than it's ever been in the 21st century. These places in Albany and Saratoga have a massive vinyl collection. All right, we got Waddy, myself, Seema, HB, CBG, Crystal Amp, Mare Bear, Rickshaw Tom, and Jim on the board. If I didn't say your name, you're not there. Exclamation point play. We'd love to have you roll with us. 0000001 000000111. Wait, cassettes are made? Yeah, they are. There are. I think there's one or two companies in America that still manufacture cassette tapes, and they have been at capacity, making the absolute most cassettes that they can possibly make for the last couple of years. They've just been flat out. So that means there's a chance that VHS will too. Possibly. And a lot of it's owed to music and bands putting out like more as collector's items than anything else. Like not just vinyl pressings, but like putting something out on cassette or getting really creative and like really obscure formats. Last year, I don't know if anybody paid attention to this, but as part of the celebration of 30 years of Green Day's Dookie, and we're coming back around to that, they released a version of the album where each track was mastered for a different format, everything from like an Edison wax cylinder to MIDI on a floppy disk. It's wild. It's wild. They put recordings of each one of the ones on Green Day's YouTube channel, so it's really interesting. They named their album Poop. Better yet, Beta Broadcast Tape. It was a decent format. It was. But and again, I've those that have been here for a few years know that I've toyed around with the idea of doing a limited run of some of my music on cassette tape just because I can, and that's something that I could make myself. I mean, I could order professionally made tapes, or I could make them myself, handcraft them. because I still have access to some pretty decent hi-fi equipment. I could even technically, I could do a run, I could do a run on mini disc because I have access to a mini disc recorder. So, yeah, I don't know. The ultimate thing for me though would be to do a micro run of vinyl. That's something I wanted to do for like a decade, and there's a cutter in England who I actually got a quote from. This is the early mud season days, like when we were still 3-piece, and I got a quote of something like 10 cut discs, cut as opposed to press because it's cheaper. 10 cut discs for like $250. Just as something to have, to be like, I have music on a vinyl record. Are we really going back to the future in a literal sense? It's kind of coming back around, and in terms of like having something to hold on to that some company can't be like, you no longer have access to this, is something I'm in favor of. So be it physical media, owning stuff on like Blu-rays or DVDs, or having CDs or cassettes or vinyl records, to just have some tangible bit of music just to have and not have to rely on a server somewhere. Release the hidden recordings from the Cat Touchers on vinyl. I mean, basically there's stuff that never got put out, but anything that was worthwhile from the Cat Touchers did get released on the one and only album, like officially released album, which was Cat Touchers' greatest shits via Bandcamp. And I believe it was for free too. And just kind of as a middle finger to anyone who only wanted the song Half Black Zach, you had to pay to just get that song, or you could get the whole album for free. And if anyone has no idea what I'm talking about, back in college, I had some musically inclined and creative type friends who used to come over to the house, and they would get absolutely fucked up, either drunk or high or a combination of the two. And they'd come down to the basement, and we would basically record completely improvisational music. Music is a stretch. Somebody would throw out an idea for the name of a song, and then we'd have like 30 seconds to be like, okay, this is a punk song, okay, and then be like 1, 2, 3, go. Record was pressed. All the music, all the lyrics, everything was just improv right on the spot, and there was no post-production allowed. Some of it was surprisingly clever, some of it was horribly offensive, but it was 2006. It was a different time. But if anybody out there is curious, then there's the link. You can listen to it all right there on Bandcamp. It's something. I recommend, of the songs there, Half Black Zach got us offered a record contract, which we turned down. I am also fond of the pop punk song Bitch Beers and Babysitters, and Poppy Cold Sex for Burley, which was a Cinco de Mayo song. Great as shit's amazing name for an album. So if you want to check those out, like I said, they're yeah. Oh, we got Anya May here now. Anya! Welcome in. Now we got 10 Marbs. So, yeah. Check out the greatest shits if you want. Let's get rolling here. Couldn't stay when I arrived at first. You were talking about... Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. No, it was... Yeah, there was an incident with a mouse trap. We won't talk about it anymore. Go, Sketty! Warehousing your own digital media. Got a big old server downstairs. Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, I think to myself that'd be a real nice thing to have, but like time, energy, and money concerns. But I've got a shelf full of old vinyl that I procured from my parents over the years. And some that I bought myself. And I've still got some bags of CDs kicking around. We got Mare Bear leading the charge here. Going around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Mare Bear deciding she's going to finish first this time. We'll see if that pays off. Like I said earlier, you could completely replace your kitchen stove with a 3842U server rack and a hot plate. Could, yes. All right, we got Mare Bear leading the charge. We got Jim and Waddy duking it out for second and third, respectively. Chris the Lamp in fourth. 2-minute, 10-second world record on this course as we traverse this purple highway. Command add cow. Thanks for making a command for cat touchers, Waddy. Oh my god. And believe it or not, there is someone in the world, despite the fact that that Cat Touchers album is free, there is someone out there that paid $10 for it. So for a band that turned down a MySpace era record contract because, like, we're not a real band, like, this is ridiculous. It's cool, but it's ridiculous. Like, to then a band that's actually made money. So hey, but it's a nice, I guess it's a nice memento of those times long ago. Oh my god, that was almost 20 years ago. Can you believe that? Even if there was an actual cat involved with the Cat Touchers, it would be 19 now. Probably wouldn't still be here. Cats have lived into their 20s, but Weird Al wasn't a real band, and now we all know his name. Touche. But Mare Bear finishing first and showing us how it's done. Crystal Lamp with that sexy silver. Waddy third. Everyone else getting Yeats a Pizza. Actually, I think you got Flamed of Oblivion. Not Yeats a Pizza, but Anya May fourth. Your boy fifth. Rickshaw Tom sixth. Jim seventh. CP Geek Steel in the eighth. Seamon ninth and HB in 10th. Wait, the Cat Lawyer wasn't a... No, Cat Lawyer didn't exist at that point in time. Cat Lawyer wasn't even born yet. It was Flames of Oblivion. They weren't Yeats a Pizza'd. But just to say we did. There we go. We haven't clicked next map yet, so it still counts. Next race is Amusing Portal Betrayal, the penultimate race. Exclamation point play. Pretty sure I got yeeted before the flames, but good to have bases covered. Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry. That's what I was trying to say. Delicious wood-fired Yeats a Pizza with good light char marks.
Pizza! Let's fucking go!
All right, exclamation point play, everyone. We're getting to the end here. I'll change the command if it was a different thing. Sorry, I was out of the room for a bit. So wait, this was or was? No, it's Cat Touchers. It's Cat Touchers. You were correct. Peeing in the potty like a big girl. Good job. But yeah, of all of those Cat Toucher tracks, there's like 3 or 4 that I think are legitimate bangers. Like, could stand on their own as like, these are good songs, and these came out of nowhere, like all at once, live off the floor, live out, like from brain to instrument. We also, for a lot, we would change instruments a lot too, but most of the best ones came when it was the drums all came from like a really shitty Radio Shack keyboard, but it was always when Travis was playing drums on the keyboard and and Kari was playing guitar or bass, and I was playing either guitar or bass. So like me and Kari would switch off as to like if one was playing guitar, the other would play bass and vice versa. And then most importantly, Noel on vocals, because like, oh my god, the stream of consciousness to like essentially freestyle these songs, like all these lyrics, to just on the spot make this shit up. Unbelievable. I'm still trying to decide what I want to be when I grow up. Slabba da bass, mon. Slabba da bass. Slabba da bass. All right, I think we're all here. All right, we got CB Geek, Jim, Crystal Lamp, myself, Waddy, Mare Bear, Seema, HB, Anyame, and Rickshaw Tom. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. And as we are drawing closer and closer towards the end of stream here, were you going to spin up a stream for us to raid over to, Tom? I know you floated that idea before the fiasco in the kitchen. So my life has gone to hell in a dump truck full of shit. Oh no, Anyame! Pretty much everything that could have happened last week did happen. Sorry I wasn't here Friday. Well, I wasn't here Friday either. I was in Boston. But sorry to hear that, Anyame. That is the opposite of what is good. Sorry last week went to hell in a dump truck full of shit. Oh shit! And we got yesterday's birthday boy, Phoenix! Phoenix had a big boy birthday yesterday. It smells like shit! Phoenix, happy B-Day! Well, if you'd like to vent about any of it, Anyame, we are all good, compassionate listeners here, and if not, that's okay too. Just know we're all here for you. That where effed audio wasn't Anya's lamentations. That was a. And I mean, it seemed to fit. It seemed to fit. Yes, we are sorry to hear things suck. Anyame is currently leading the charge on this race, though. 1 minute 41 seconds, the world record on this course. Vented in therapy. My gal just out there with now. Oh man. Well, I'm glad you had that opportunity to get it all out. I'm sure regardless, that did help. All right, and we have a honey-covered chocolate Twizzler here that we're going to roll through. Oh, Rickshaw Tom's sneaking into the lead here. All right, we got a Kablamo, though. All right, where are we going? Oh, and Mare Bear, though. Sneaking out just ahead, stealing another W. HB second, your boy third, Onyame in fourth. We got Jim Waddy and Rickshaw Tom, though, off for Yeetza Pizza. Crystal Lamp fifth, CB Geek sixth. And Seema, last second, jumping in for some Yeetza Pizza. Go, little Marbstar. All right, we got one last race here. You know what that means. Last call. Last call. The Ames is closing. Take your final purchases up to the service desk and plop them down on the counter. Plop them down on the counter because the store is closing. Thank you for shopping at Ames. P.S. Top out there. There's honestly so much I would take me the rest of the stream to type it all out. Oh, sorry, Onyame. That sucks. Well, we're all sending you hearts and hugs and loves. Oh, we got Yanks on the board now too. With Phoenix and the Yanks here, I think we should have 12. I think 12 should be our magic number for this last race. Yo! Oh, God! Hearts, stars, horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons, pots of golden rainbows, and the red balloons. Exactly. All of those things. And yes, happy belated birthdays to Phoenix. That was why Phoenix was not streaming last night, if anybody was curious. Because doing the birthday thing. I hope your birthday went well, Phoenix. I took the opportunity to brave the mud season roads and go up to the theater after work. So I wouldn't have to race home to catch the stream. Just trying to straighten out the cell booster situation up there for my security cameras, but it's pretty bleh. But I'll set the Starlink up there once it's a little more not mud season-y, and that'll do the trick. Did I miss Phoenix's stream? I did miss Phoenix's stream, but I hope well, Phoenix didn't... Wait. Thank you for all who wished me a happy birthday. I had intended to stream yesterday afternoon. Oh, that's what it was, yeah. But you decided to work on a few projects that you've been pushing aside. All right, that's perfectly fine. It's your birthday. You can do with it exactly what you wanted. I mean, I missed it existing. Were you given a small island nation for your birthday? Thinking we might need an escape plan soon. That would be a useful thing to have, especially right now. But exclamation point play, everyone. Guess we're missing a few folks on the board. We got Anya May, myself, Phoenix, Lamp, Yanks, Jim, Seema, Waddy, and CP Geek. I'd also settle for a large island nation. Do plan on streaming sometime later this week. All right, Phoenix, we'll see you then when you do. Heck, I'd just take 10 acres in the woods. All right, I thought we were gonna get out of here before we had to play another ad, but it looks like we're not going to. So, I think most of us are subbed here. So, but if you have this ad bombarded upon you, my apologies. I'd venture that a large island nation should belong to its people. That's true.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right, we got 11. We got 11 Marbs. So we should be 12 if we have everyone, I think, if I did my math right. So we have Anya May, myself, Phoenix, Rickshaw Tom, Lamp, Yanks, Jim, Mare Bear, Seema, Waddy, and CP Geek. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. I think it's HB. There you go. Just as I figured out who it was. It's HB we were missing. There's HB. I can only imagine the island with the Pocket Man in control. Yeah, it would probably end up like that game Tropico, if anyone's ever played Tropico. Thought you had gotten it in already. That's all right, we're all here. We didn't want to leave anyone behind. So, let's get her rolling. Well, it's 10:47. I wanted to be done around 10. That's okay. That's okay. We got to have chats and everything. All right, HB, first Mar about the funnel. Also, I got DCF paperwork dropped in my email yesterday that I was going through. Some of that was depressing. That doesn't sound fun. Cat law would keep him in line. No one can prove he's not a cat. Serving size of Cadbury mini eggs is 1 9-ounce bag, right? If I would say the serving size of any Cadbury egg is 0. But that's just me. I'm not the one to ask. Mini eggs are very... okay, I'll take your word for it. How are they different? Going through a blueberry grape drank Twizzler here. Phoenix leading the charge. Phoenix, though, using that birthday luck to scoot on through the paddle wheels. It's Phoenix's race to lose at this point. They're milk chocolate in a candy shell. No center. No fondant or ganache. Okay. Well, maybe I might actually like those, because it's the fondant that I hate. And Phoenix with the W. Using that birthday luck to have a fantastic finish. Waddy with a sexy silver second. CB Geek third. Yanks fourth. Chris the Lamp in fifth. Here comes Mare Bear for sixth. HB seventh. Rickshaw Tom once again stealing that eighth. Jim ninth. Here comes Seema for 10th, rounding out the top 10. Here comes your boy and Anya May rounding it out. It was stuff that happened to me when I was a kid, and apparently I recently found out there was a consideration of moving me from my home and placing me... Oh, geez. That's something to drop on you on your birthday. Silver lining, maybe it's reassuring to know all that stuff. I don't know. I'm assuming there was a curiosity in growing up because, like, you know, no one tells you nothing about yourself. Center of solid chocolate, mid of solid chocolate, shell of thin hard candy. Yeah, I hate the cream eggs personally. Me too. Oh yeah, that is super fucking depressing. I bet I'd find the same if I got my own DCF paperwork from childhood. Caramel ones are pretty good. It's because of the pact. You're just jealous of the pact, Tom, because you can't be in it. And the thin hard candy on the mini egg has no flavor, just sugar. Hard candy, like the way M&Ms have a hard shell. Yeah, the Freedom of Information Act allowed me to... Oh, okay, I see. Well, FOIA, while we still have it as a country, is a useful thing. Stomp out there. I was wondering if that was going to come through. All right, now let's head on over to Victory Valley, see who stands tall and proud, going home with all the gold, glory, and bragging rights. Whoa, you asked me to be in the pact. All right, well, in third place, going home with the bronze, we've got Mare Bear. And in second place, going home with silver, sexy silver, we've got HB. And in first place, with all the gold, all the glory, and all the bragging rights, is none other than the most...
Excellent!
Waddy! W stands for Waddy, folks. Since the first race, we should have known. W stands for Waddy, 75-1. HB in second, 73-1. Mare Bear third, 72-2. Well, just because you finished twice doesn't mean you win overall. Interesting lesson there. Crystal Lamp in fourth, 50-0. Jim fifth, 40-0. Phoenix sixth, 28-1. Sixth place, like halfway in the pack, despite only rolling in one race. Not too bad, Phoenix. Well done. Rickshaw Tom seventh, 21-0. Well, your boy stole the eighth overall. Sorry. CB Geek 9th, 18-0. Yanks 10th, 14-0. Anime 11th, and Seema rounding things out. Eric out there.
Pause for dramatic effect.
I think if you finished at least twice, you pretty much won. That's true. But, of course, we are all winners on this blessed day, and we all get a commemorative slice of...
Pizza! Pizza! Let's fucking go!
And a final round of applause. Wait, I also object on Seema's behalf. What the fuck? He doesn't sound sorry, chat. How did she get 0 points? I don't know. Yeah, 5 races, 0 points, 0 dubs. I don't know. I guess it just wasn't happy with Seema today. But in any case, the real winning is finishing so many times you collapse in a puddle of exhaustion and bliss. Well, that would be Mare Bear in this race. She finished twice, whereas only Phoenix, HB, and Waddy finished otherwise. Wow, rude, Marbs. Yeah, twice. That's what I said. All right, everyone. Well, it was I was going to say it was even shorter than a normal short Tuesday, but we went about normal time. It's about 11 o'clock, so we usually try to peace out on Tuesdays because your boy needs his sleep, and I especially need it now after the long weekend I had. But hopefully get some good sleep tonight, the next couple nights, and we'll be back on Friday to have a full-length stream, and not only that, it'll be our first stream on our brand new multi-gig fiber optic internet connection, which should be so nice. And I am, for one, looking quite forward to that. So is Top actually firing a stream up so we can raid over there? I did not see a notification pop up. And there it is!
Whoa. Maribor Panda Booty just cheered 1 bits. Alex stole my phone.
He always makes me finish.
Oh my.
Well, good going, Alec. That's the way to do it. All right, yeah, I just as I was saying it, I got the alert, so we're gonna raid on over so we can keep our Tuesday going over on Rickshaw Tom's stream. But we'll be back Friday, same stream time. I may try to start closer to 8. We shall see, just because I'll be excited about the new connection and everything. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think we are due a check-in with our friend Krabby Cakes, because it's been a while. We shall see. I'll see if the connection reaches under the sea on Friday. But for now, though, he's losing his shit laughing. Oh, Alec, you wascal. You wascal. Gotta stop and go to the potty right away like a big girl. But all right, everyone, we'll be back Friday. So until between now and then, have a good rest of your week. We're sending hearts, hugs, and loves to each and every one of you. And make sure to pass that along because some of us need it more than others right now. But we all need that extra love. So until next time.
It's not about butthole.
Hey, and if that'll make them feel better, then give them some of that too. But for now, though, so long and good night. So long and good night. And Snoots in the chat over at Rickshaw Tom's. Unleash the fury and waddle away. Unleash the fury of the butthole pleasures, then waddle away. To Rickshaw Tom's stream. Okay, goodbye.
Don't just stand there! Help me! Help me, Leon! Help! The door's locked. I can't open it. Look, there's a crank over there. Look, there's a gate here. What is that thing? Hey, what are you looking at? Where are you going, Leon?